Hey everybody, it's Thursday afternoon, rainy, miserable, we haven't been able to get out, and things here are moving at a snail's pace. The gentleman that I had hired to help me out disappeared. Don't know what happened, don't know why. He said I reached out, I don't know, Monday maybe, and he didn't respond on text. He was supposed to be here all week. I think Tuesday I called and left a message. Wednesday I put a thing back up on the local Facebook saying, my help disappeared and anybody else up for work? And he must have seen it and texted me and said, I've had a stomach flu, which, no, he's a conscientious guy. He would have reached out and told me. So I said, well, I'd rather have you. I have looked for somebody else. They are going to give me come and give me a price, but if you want the work. And he wrote back and said, no, I'm going to be busy. If you run into a real problem, I might be available in a week or two. Just tells you he doesn't want to do it. I do know that he had wanted to talk to Michael about something, and I said, that's not a good idea. He's not going to be a help or a happy camper. Michael's too stressed for me to put another person on his plate, and I think that might have either upset him or made him wonder what was going on, which nothing's going on. It's just, I don't think that was a good idea. So anyway, 3 or 4 other people said they could do it. I asked for references or websites or whatever. A couple people were lawn care people, nothing in their bios at all about doing house stuff. And when I reached out again and said, I only see lawn care, can you tell me more? They didn't respond. That was 2 of them. Another gentleman said he's a contractor. I don't know if we texted back and forth. He could definitely do it. He doesn't have much on his plate for the next 3 weeks, and he could come out this morning at 8:30. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. No. And around 11, I texted him and said, did I misunderstand? Please call me, or text me, here's my cell phone. Nothing. So I do have a text into somebody else that had said they could do it. Text him about 4 hours ago, haven't heard. I don't know what's going on, but I'm ready to jump off a bridge. I mean, we're so close, but I have absolutely no prayer of getting this done, none. So to save my sanity, I did unpack the couches. I just needed to see them, and it gave me a place to sit when I'm visiting here. And I brought up the TV so that I can watch TV when I'm visiting here. So I'll show you that. And I'm going to put up a shelf over here. I'm starting to feel like if I don't make it feel like a home, that I'm not going to make it through this. I did look at the beautiful windows, and I'm feeling like they're just a little too stark, although I love them. So I got some shears, some very, very shears, and I'm going to put them up on the windows, but not with a full curtain, just with the little one, the swing curtains that are just 17 inches deep, so the windows will still show. I think I'm going to love that. I don't hate what I'm seeing. It's just a little bit too cold looking to me. And I had bought sage green curtains for the bedroom, never returned them, even though I meant to. And I've kind of held them up, and they're gorgeous. So I got the arms for in there too. They won't be in for another week or 2. But the shears came in today, so I can look at them. Here is the couches. Ignore the fact that I have to keep the moving blankets on them because I don't live here. But I think they're gorgeous. And no, this is not up. I'm getting ready to put that up in the next day or so on this big wall. And I have that and some round, small ones. I may put them all because that is a very big wall. Might not look like it's huge here, but it is. So let me go back to my building, see if I can make myself a little bit happier. Yeah, I am in a bad place right now mentally, just because It should be over, and it's just not. It's just not. It's just not. And I can't find anybody who wants to work. What is it? What is going on? And I'm looking for contractors or very, very handymen. Very, very handymen. How's that? Whatever. I don't think I screwed up. I'm putting glide bolts because this is a heavy piece of I did have a hole there, but it wasn't quite big enough. That one should do it. Come on, that one should do it. Yes, you will. I know you will. I need a hammer, and I don't have one. There we go. Okay, I can tighten that up afterwards, I think. All right, this other one needs a much bigger one. That's going to be a butterfly. I think that's what you call it. This one's going to be one of these guys. So I need a bigger hole, which always scares me, because if you screw this up, uh-oh. All right, I think this big one is the one that's going to do it. I don't enjoy this. Where's the screw that goes with it? I meant to bring it over. I really want to hammer that in a little. That's good. Okay. If I ever give off the air of confidence, know that it's an act. I'm scared. You know what, when I do this? Okay, please, 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 please. There's this one. There's this one. There's that one. There's that one. Sugar pops. Okay, let's see. You, there. You. Come on, there. It's perfect. I mean, it's genuinely just about perfect. I gotta show you this. I'm proud of me. I gotta show off. I'm working on pure frustration, and I didn't screw that up. Something wonderful was going to happen today. I think that might have been it. Here's the rug. Wanted to give you a quick glimpse of hopefully what the future looks like. when everything's put together. I got out decorations for that wall hanging. These were in other places in Dayton. Most of it's from Germany, except for the rose petals that were from my mother's grave, the egg cups my mother brought over, the cups, the Guten Morgen. That bee thing is something Michael gave me, and that little blue girl is my most prized possession that my brother made for me when he was 8 years old. Hey everybody. Sitting on my couch, visiting my almost house. How are you all? It's Saturday afternoon, rainy. You know, the weather says it was in the high 40s today. I wanted my winter bundle up jacket. It is so raw. Oh, this weather needs to break. So anyway, we have some stuff to talk about. I want to talk about good things and I want to talk about bad things. Good things, great week. Squish is acting like a 4-year-old. I'm telling you, the conversations are unbelievable. Didn't do a whole lot, but every day is a gift. Every day is really wonderful with her. Friday when we went out for lunch, Karen came over again and went to lunch with us. And again, it's just Aunt Karen. Oma could just disappear. And I love it, love it, love it, love it, and Karen loves it. So we had a great day. That's the good. And I have to be careful here and I want to be respectful. But there's a lot of bad. This is a tough situation. We know it's been a long road. We know that there's going to be the highs and the lows. And I've said, more often than not, Michael is overwhelmed and it's too much. And I mean that. Absolutely mean that. It's been a very hard winter between his dad dying and having to handle that and having way too much on his plate and working full time and having a young daughter that he's trying to spend every spare minute with and having his mother under the same roof. Even though I will tell you, I have done a phenomenal job of trying to stay out of the way. That's just me saying it, but I have. But I can be overbearing. Often. And for some reason, there's not a connection between my brain, my big heart, and my big mouth. So when Michael says something like, no, I don't want that, I'm going to do the mother thing of, are you sure? And it makes him crazy. So he's gotten very verbal. And he's gotten very disrespectful. And it's gotten hard. Now, it's going to be okay. This won't last forever. But I'm in a tough situation because I've been not only physically abused, but verbally abused all my life. I also know that trying to approach and talk about it is not the answer. The chasm is too deep right now. And I just want to be honest. And I won't go into a lot more than that. But it's just tough. It's probably 10 times tougher for Michael than for me because he's dealing with his mother. It's different. I'm dealing with my son, and there's unconditional love there for him and for Dennis. But I do know it's different, and he's got massive amounts of pride, and he's got his mother's temperament. Please understand it's not excuses, it's explanations. So I think that's enough. But I want you to know that, this last couple months has been some really good highs and some really, really bad lows, which I knew and expected. And everybody who does construction will tell you, and I've built 3 salons and 3 houses. It's the button-up stuff. It's the end. It's the little projects that never get done. And these projects are what means we can't get the occupancy permit. So I started trying to hire people. I told you in the beginning of this video, they don't show up. The next guy didn't show up. I reach out, you don't hear from them again. And these are all people who are all gung-ho and want the job. Had a gentleman come out today who gave me a price and we'll do it in a week. He said it'll take about 4 days. What he's going to do is the 2 stove vents that need to be done to pass inspection. He's going to put in stairs, which need to be done to pass inspection. He's going to do a couple of odds and ends. And then we should be able to pass inspection and get the occupancy permit. That's going to bring us into the 3rd week of April. Hopefully that's how it works, because I want the occupancy permit during April vacation. When Nikki is off, I want to be able to put this place together. I know it looks fairly put together, but nothing's where it belongs. The cellar is still full of my stuff that can't come up because I can't build the pantry because we have to get the permit, the vent done, on and on and on. Michael still insists that he will get the bathroom done, which is where most of our conflict is coming in. You know, I did talk to Nikki today and said, I know it's me. It really is. And you have to understand, it really is. My mouth, I'm telling you, there's no connection, never has been, between my mouth and my brain. As I'm saying something, I am telling myself to shut up, and it's too late. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not saying anything confrontational. I'm just pushing buttons, not meaning to. The other thing I noticed is the bathroom electricity is not GFI, which is what has to be electrical in the bathroom. So that's got to be changed. And on my long wall in the living room is a 16-foot wall, and there's only one plug. I assume, and I think I'm right, that there are 2 plugs, and they buried one behind the sheetrock by mistake. So we're going to have to get the electrician out for those 2 things. I'll talk to Nick and remind her that, and hopefully get that done this week. Also went out this morning with Nikki and my little one and looked at play sets. So Nikki's supposed to talk to Michael about making a decision tonight. I don't know if that will happen because it's been a tough day. And it's, you know, I'd like that done. See, I'd like that done. That's not my call. But I'm hoping it gets done because there's a 4 or 5 week wait to have it, have one installed so that we can have one out there for the nice weather. Take it down a notch, Margaret. With getting these unwrapped the other day, and the reason I have the moving blankets there is because I can't live here. I shouldn't have the furniture here, so the moving blankets are there so I can throw them on and let them know I'm not living here. But I also brought the rug up last night. I just have to make it feel like a home for my sanity. So I moved the 2 couches. I should have filmed it, but again, I'm not thinking all that clearly, but I moved the 2 couches, put them on their end, put down the pad, put down the rug. Has to be vacuumed. You can tell it's all wrinkly and stuff, but thought I liked it. And 10 o'clock last night, got the bug that it needed to be over about 4 more inches, and I did the whole thing again. This is all stress. This is all trying to do busy work. This is trying to maintain my sanity. And the one thing I do when my stress level is high or I'm unhappy is I've always turned to food. I haven't gained any weight, but I feel like I'm on the cusp of doing something stupid. I shouldn't say that. I have been doing something stupid. So I've got to get that under control. I'm working on it, but I'm doing the best I can. So I hate to sound like I'm complaining because I'm not, but I really thought I owed it to you to be honest with, I share with you when I'm super, super happy, when I think things are going super, super good, but I don't want to hide the downs because I feel like that's dishonest. In the meantime, I have squish. So I'm not going to stick around long talking to you. I've got my tea. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm not sitting in bed. The bed hasn't told me that I'm on the bed too much for the last 2 nights. I don't think I'll be on here again this weekend. Although who knows, something wonderful is going to happen tomorrow, and I don't know what it is. And if there's something wondrous, then I will reach out and talk to you. I hope you're all having a good week. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for a lot of, oh dear God, Margaret, this is bad. I'm looking for you to understand that there's highs and lows. There's good and bad. There's happy and there's sad. And it's called life, and it's not a big deal. So, I'm done for now. Please have a good week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.